welcome to Geography Now. I am your geography teacher, Miss Janet Day, and today's topic is mass wasting, or commonly known as, or also known as, mass movement. What is mass wasting? So this refers to the movement of weathered materials downslope because of the influence of gravity. Now there are many forms of mass wasting, okay, and we're going to have a look at them. All right, just a reminder, these topics that we're covering for geography are specific topics to cover for your CSEC exams. All right, so you're required to study the following, which is soil creep and landslides. You're going to be only looking at the soil creep and the landslide. Soil creep. This is very slow but generally continuous movement of soil downslope. It is most common in damp soils where water acts as a lubricant. This allows soil particles to move over each other and the underlying rock. Eventually, the movement of soil tilts fences, posts, and even trees. Soil accumulates behind walls and other obstacles, and also at the foot of slopes. Cracks appear in roads in areas where soil creep is taking place. Now, living in Guyana, if you have a look at the image on screen depicting soil creep, we have seen this a lot. All right, so again, soil creep occurs in most moist soils where the water acts as a lubricant. So if you're traveling on a road and you happen to see this, know that there is water below that road or some form of moist soil below that road. Okay, now this will also be caused by the alternate wetting and drying, or alternate freezing and thawing of the soil. Okay, let's have a look at landslides. Now, a landslide is a sudden movement of rock or soil downslope under the influence of gravity. They can have devastating consequences on the environment and all who inhabit it. Landslides can block roads and railways, dams, rivers, destroy buildings, or even bury entire villages. There have been so many stories of landslides in the Caribbean, especially in Montserrat. I remember when they had the volcano, and I also believe Jamaica at one point had a very horrific landslide. Now, the landscape of a general landslide, usually again because of gravity, flows from a high point to a low point. A lot of damages occur, sadly, but we know Mother Nature and the effects or attributes of soil movement. So landslides are more likely to occur under the following conditions. Again, on steep slopes. So steep slopes are more likely to experience landslides than gentle ones. Number 2, where there's a thick layer of unconsolidated material on the slope, such as sand, clay, or volcanic ash. If this layer becomes saturated during a period of heavy rainfall, a landslide may occur. I also believe in the region, was it region 8 or region 7, with the high flooding we're experiencing now, some villages who are on mountainous areas were complaining of, yes, so sad to hear. Another way landslides can occur when bedding planes are roughly parallel to the slope surface. So this makes it easier for material to slide along the bedding planes, especially if there's a layer of impermeable rock under permeable ones. Now, water may saturate the top layer or layers but cannot penetrate the impermeable layer. So the top layers can then slide off the impermeable layer. Oh, that's so dangerous. Next we have where there are rocks like shale or clay, which become slippery when wet. Any material above a layer of shale, clay, or a similar material can slide off very easily when they are wet. Heavy rainfall. This saturates the soil, making it heavier. It also reduces friction. Rainfall increases the possibility of landslides in areas where previously mentioned conditions exist, as I would have stated before, in our very own beautiful Guyana. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions cause vibrations in the ground, which sometimes trigger landslides. Thankfully, we're not a volcanic country, and the earthquakes we experience are not so, on that scale to cause much disruption. Now, man increases the chance of landslides in the following ways. Now, in most situations, we always ask ourselves, what did the human race do? So here are some instances where the humans have somehow increased the chances of landslides. First, we have removing vegetation from steep slopes. This makes landslides more likely as there are no roots to hold the soil in place. Building on unstable slopes. Building space additional strain on already unstable slopes. Imagine you building a big fancy house on a mountainside, then boom comes the rainfall. Number 3, undercutting the base of slopes to build roads. So what we're gonna do now, I wanna show you 2 videos of landslides and how they actually, the devastation of how they occur. Let me know what you think. Alright, so this brings us to the end of our lesson. Now, as I mentioned for our topic, mass wasting, or also known as mass movement, refers to the movement of water material downslope because of the influence of gravity. Now, there are also many forms of mass movement or mass wasting, but we have focused on soil creep and landslide as specifications from CSEC. But, it never hurts to do that extra reading. Love, light, be good, be safe. This is your favorite geography teacher saying goodbye.